Okay, so long as it stays in focus there. We've got a little mini leech here tied up on a size 16 in the vise. The tail section I make, washi tail and body section I make out of black marabou. Just super cheap, straight black. And then also the collaring, I use this black dry fly hackle because it's really tiny, size 14 to size 18. Probably could go a little smaller on some of them. The hook that's in the vise currently that's tied on is a 16 U202, and then also the bead that's on there is a 2.8 millimeter tungsten bead. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one out of the vise, get a fresh hook and bead in there, and get started tying. So now that I got the bead here on the hook and in the vise, I'm going to go ahead and start this fly with some Uni 136 denier 6/0 black. It's a little bit stronger thread in tension wise, so I can pull down a little harder and cinch it in a little tighter because I'm not going to use very much material in making this fly. So I'm going to go ahead and work this black thread right back to right about where the barb would be down below of that section. I'll go ahead and grab my black marabou here, and as you can see, I've already made a couple out of this one, off one side and off the other. So you just grab a hold of this with your fingers and hold it out straight like that, and then you cut off about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch, depending upon, you could probably even get away with doing less, like as in if you're going to get to a smaller size hook. This is another difficult part, besides putting that bead on the hook, is trying to bunch these together without getting a big old mess going. Alright, so this hook is a size 16, so I want to go double that size for what I want my kind of tail to be, because it's, I use these by itself. I don't use it with a bunch of other flies tied together in like a rig, nothing like that. I just use it singularly. And I'm going to pull my marabou back. I'm going to go walk that all the way to the front, back just one little step, and then re-tighten back over the top with that thread, kind of giving it a little puffy marabou body back there behind. Trim off the excess, and then we're going to grab this black hackle here. Kind of got a little bit of a start on the end already there, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull that tight and wrap it in there real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and make a few more wraps around there, like so. And another one behind ought to do it. And we'll trim that off. Up close and personal there with that one. Hopefully it's staying at focus this time. That's the hard part about tying flies that are so small, is trying to keep the fly in focus on the camera without a manual focus. So there we go. That is the mini leech. Works really well. You can bang it on the bottom, and that's where like I usually pick up decent sized fish with it, is not up in the current stream, but all the way down at the bottom, banging it. Like you can feel whenever you're hitting bottom, and you don't be afraid to hit bottom with it, because watch how whenever it falls out of the vise, which way it wants to go here. It always wants to stand up. Look, here's another one. I'll drop it next to it. They just want to stand up. So it's kind of a nice little fly whenever you're fishing it down there in the bottoms. And it works very, very well all year long. Size 16. Well, thank you guys for watching, liking, and subscribing.